guys, how are y'all? Thanks for joining me on this episode of Kim in the Kitchen. This episode is our Wednesday episode, so as you know, that's Savory Wednesday. And today I'm going to make a meal that I make for my family, creamy spinach tortellini with sauteed chicken and some garlic bread. So what you'll need for that recipe today is I get the Bird's Eye creamy spinach bake. I do 2 packs of the tortellini with cheese. I use the Italian style cheese. This has the provolone, parmesan, romano, and Asiago cheese in it. I just like this because it creams up really good with the parmesan cheese bake that's in the spinach bake. I also have a pack of just chicken tenders. I always take those and I'm going to cut those up and get those ready. And then I just have a $1 loaf of the French bread that's already sliced in the Walmart bakery section. This whole meal is under $20. The tortellini was on sale for $1 a bag. The cheese is $2.77 a bag for that large bag. You can also get a small bag, but we use a lot of cheese, so I just buy the large bag. The bread is $1 a loaf. I spent $9 on the chicken, and I spent $3 on the spinach bake. I just go ahead and get that. It just makes things a little bit easier because it already has it in there. It's all mixed up, and then I just add some more stuff to zhuzh it up. But I promise it's really, really good. So I'm going to get my chicken cut up, get everything ready, and I'm going to take y'all with me as I make this meal for my family. Okay, you guys, I got my chicken all cleaned and ready to be chopped up. I'm just going to let y'all watch me chop it up a little bit as to, you know, how little or big you can cook it. However, it's up to you, whatever you decide. I use the tenderloins, and I cut it up super, super tiny. It just cooks faster, and so this kind of is like a 20-minute meal, really. You can throw it all together pretty quick. I'm a little bit of a chicken snob. I don't like chicken with bones in it, and I don't like a lot of fat on my chicken, so I cut every piece of fat off. My family laughs at me and have picked on me for years, but I'm just Tukey, and I don't like fat on my chicken. So we're going to chop this up, and we're going to get it ready to go in the pan. Okay, guys, I have the chicken cut up in small cubes, and I have washed my hands because we are dealing with chicken. So I wash my hands a ton when I'm dealing with chicken just to make sure nobody gets sick. So we're going to get the oven preheated to 375 for our garlic bread. I'm going to go ahead and get the chicken ready to go in the pan for sauteing. And I have water going over here, getting ready for a boil for the tortellini to go in. So we'll go ahead first and we'll get the garlic bread ready to go in the oven. Alright, I'm getting that bread out. Now I went ahead and bought the pre-sliced French loaf from Walmart. You do not have to do that. It's the same price regardless, so I thought I'll just go on and do that. That'll save me a step on this meal, but you can do it however you want to. Honestly, if you're on a budget, when I was a kid, we used light bread a lot of times to make garlic bread, so it's completely up to you however you want to do it. The first thing I put on is a little bit of butter on each piece, and I just put a little pat on of butter on each little piece because this is pretty small bread. It's not like huge slices, so it doesn't need a ton of butter. Now that we have all of those buttered up, the next thing I do for my garlic bread is I put it's called an Italian seasoning Melody. This is just a grinder, but you can get it without a grinder, or this is just my preference. My girls like it, so I use this. I grind this on top of each piece of bread. This has pepper flakes, rosemary, oregano, basil, parsley, all the Italian seasonings you could think of in one jar, and it just gives the bread a really good flavor. Kind of makes it more than it really is. Okay? And then the next thing I do is I put a little garlic salt. So I put just a little bit of garlic salt on there. Not a lot, because it is salty. So, but it just gives the bread, you know, a little bite to it. Okay, so that is it for the garlic bread. I'm gonna set that to the side while our oven is preheating, and then we're gonna go ahead and get going on our chicken. All right, moved you guys over to my stove. The first thing we're gonna do is put the spinach bake in the microwave. And each microwave is different. We're gonna do this for about 4 or 5 minutes, just till it kind of gets runny. And I'll go ahead and do that now. Okay, all right, we've got that going. So now we're gonna start our sauteed chicken. So in the pan for my chicken, I'm gonna turn it up to about medium heat. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil. I'm gonna point you guys towards the pan so you can see what I do, and I'll talk you guys through it. I'm gonna just add a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of the pan. This will just kind of keep my chicken from sticking. It'll also give it a good flavor. All right, and then as for the chicken, we're gonna put all the chicken in this pan. And then we're going to saute it while this is on medium heat. All right, so we have our chicken in the pan. To the chicken, I've got the olive oil in there. I'm gonna add some parsley flakes to it. I'm gonna add some Italian seasoning. Some black pepper. A little bit of kosher salt. And we're going to start stirring that around and let it cook up good. I'm also going to add some of that garlic salt that we added to the bread. Just a little bit. Okay, my water is boiling over here, so it's about ready for our tortellini. I'm gonna go ahead and season that water with some kosher salt. That'll just make that tortellini really good. And I always put a little bit of olive oil in my pasta water also. All right, we're just gonna watch this. I'm going to go ahead now and put our bread in the oven. I have it preheated, and we're going to go ahead and get that going. So now I'm going to go ahead and put our bread in the oven. Let it start toasting up. That spinach bake is ready to be stirred in the microwave, so we'll grab that out. Ooh, it smells yummy. So we're just going to stir. This is that spinach bake I was telling you about. Just going to stir that up. And then it'll be ready for when our tortellini gets ready. All right, we're going to go ahead and put our tortellini in the pot of boiling water. This will not take long at all. So we'll go ahead and get that going. Careful not to splash yourself with that hot water. All right, and this takes about 3 to 5 minutes to cook. Make sure you keep a watch on that garlic bread. I am known for burning my bread, so I always have to remind myself every few minutes to check that out. That chicken is getting good and yummy. I don't know if any of y'all have these large cookware sets. I have a couple of these. I have the 8-quart, and then this is a 3-quart pan. I absolutely love these. If you oil just a little bit, it doesn't stick. It also cooks so evenly on a gas stove with it. I absolutely love cast iron. So if you like cast iron, this is definitely a great set of cookware. And this is like a Lodge. I believe this is called Willow Blue, but it's a really pretty set of cookware. They have all different colors. My kitchen's blue and I like blue, so I chose blue. Alright, I'm gonna check on that garlic bread real quick. It's still doing good. We're just gonna keep a watch on it. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pull that garlic bread out. It is looking done. I don't want it to get brown and crispy. That'll be nice and yummy. We're gonna put this over on our counter. We've put our garlic bread back over here on the counter. Now I take a little bit of the Italian cheese and put on top of it. Just a little bit, not a lot. Don't a ton. Nobody said this was a good for you recipe, I don't think, but it is fast and really good and tasty. I would say I probably used about a cup maybe. Alright, and that's how they look. We'll put those back in the oven. I don't know if you guys like pasta, but I do. Oh my goodness, I love anything pasta oriented, so I probably should have been Italian, because I'm telling you, I love pasta. I like pasta because it's super filling. It goes a long way when you're trying to feed a family for not a lot of money. And I'm telling you, when I saw those tortellini for $1 a bag, I was like, girl, I gotta get that. That's some good stuff. And then we're gonna zhuzh it up, so it's gonna be tasty. I'm gonna check on those garlic toasts. Oh, they're almost ready. Pull those out in just a minute. The chicken is almost ready. So all of this is in less than 20 minutes, guys. Even the prep of the chicken. You know, you can do it ahead of time and it makes meals a lot easier if you know, come home from the grocery store and get your chicken prepped ahead of time. Then when you come in from work, you can throw it in the pan. I'm actually on summer break, so I have a little more time right now on my hands. But during the school year, I do try to go ahead and get everything prepped and ready, so when I get home I can just cook it and not have to take a long time. Alright, I'm going to check on that bread one more time. Oh yeah, it's super yummy. It is ready. Check on our tortellini, and it is almost ready as well. Getting good and soft is what we want. Chicken is looking really good. Getting little brown bits on it, which is yummy. That's the best part. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn that chicken down and let it just stay on low for just a minute. The tortellini is ready, so we're going to go ahead and drain it. Alright. Got that good and drained. Okay. Now that we're back to our pan, we're going to turn that eye back on low, just to heat that tortellini back up, keep it warm while we pour this spinach bake on top of it. So we got the spinach bake all good and creamy. We're just going to pour that in there. And this is good just by itself. I just like it this way over noodles. It just makes for a better meal. And then we're going to put in some of that Italian style cheese. I say about a cup of that Italian style cheese. And then I am just going to stir it around. It already looks amazing. Alright you guys, I'm going to add just a little bit of water to the spinach bake and pasta. We'll just make more of a saucy. It's about a half a cup. Guys, that about does it. This meal is almost ready. We're just going to get this all plated up and ready for family meal. Alright you guys, our meal is ready. We're going to go ahead and get it plated up now. I actually am plating in to-go boxes today because 2 of my family members are working and I'm actually going to take them lunch today. So we'll go ahead and get this ready for them. So we're going to put a big old scoop of the tortellini in there. And then we'll put chicken in the other half. Alright, so that's what it's going to look like. I actually have a garden this year, so I'm going to slice up a few little tomatoes and put in there on the side, just because, you know, Italian is no good without tomatoes. Then I'm going to add a piece of the garlic toast, or a couple pieces of garlic toast to this, so they'll have their full meal. All right, and that's going to be their full meal. Wouldn't you like to have that coming to you at work? All right, now I'm going to taste test. Since I'm going to run errands, I'm going to have a bite before I go. Put just a little bit of the tortellini. A few pieces of my chicken. I actually put all mine on top of each other. I don't mind my stuff touching. And a couple little tomatoes. Oh my goodness, this is going to be good, y'all. All right, let's take a bite. Let's try it out. I say it's pretty good. All right, you guys, that's it for our Wednesday edition of Savory Wednesday. I'm so glad that you guys chose to join me today. I hope that this gives you guys a different meal, because I know as moms we have to come up with meals every day and it's very difficult. So I hope that this gives you an easy, different recipe that you can use during the week. And I hope y'all enjoy it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Send your friends this way. And like I said before, if you guys have any ideas that you want to see me cook, let me know. Comment below and I'll see what I can do for you guys. Thanks again. Have a good one. Bye.